Hey, my friends, what's going on? I just wanted to share one of my hobbies. If you've been with the channel for a long time, you know that I like messing with paracord or parachute cord. And paracord is one of those things that it keeps calling me back year after year. I can't remember exactly how long it's been, but if I had to guess, it's been over 10 years easy that I've been learning knots and just doing a lot of things. Now, of course, when I was in Boy Scouts, I did knots too, but I'm talking about learning knots because I really wanted to, because I'm wanting to make things. And I didn't even know what parachute cord was when I was real little. And now that I've gotten a lot older, well, quite a bit older actually, it's embarrassing. That I have to say that parachute cord is by far my number one type of cording to make stuff with. And I've featured, probably quite a few things, I would have to say. I don't remember how many things, but at least probably a few dozen things on this channel by now that I've made. And I just wanted to kind of point out, though, that there's always new stuff that you can do with parachute cord. Of course, whatever your hobby is, that's fine. I'm not trying to, convert you over to someone that weaves with parachute cord. But I think it's one of those things, though, that if you're looking for a new hobby and you're looking to learn, and there's a lot to learn because there's countless numbers of knots and combinations of, you won't get bored with paracord projects. And I just want to show you, this is a kind of a simple project, but I've never really messed with this until recently in terms of the monkey fist. So there's the monkey fist, and I have right here these knots, or this weave is called a snake weave, and then this is a diamond knot right here, diamond knot, and this is just a simple underhand with a little loop. And what this makes is actually a self-defense tool. Of course, I don't just make this kind of stuff, but I make pouches, wristbands, all kind of lanyards, and just stuff, wraps and stuff over maybe like sheath systems. But you can put whatever you want inside this monkey fist. This is just going to be a practice one. So I just put a rubber ball, one of those little bouncy balls. You can get like a gumball machine. I had a handful of those laying around the house, and it was a real small one. And I put that in there and did the weave around it, and it turned out really good. I made a whole bunch of these, different types, different lengths, and everything. I chose this one to show you guys just because it's a bright color and it contrasts with the background here. But I have camouflage ones and all kinds. But you can use this as self-defense, I guess, to kind of keep someone back, or if someone comes up on you and starts to try to harm you. Something like this in the face, especially if you put maybe like a steel ball bearing inside there, and you can really twirl this, I mean, really fast, and launch it in their face or their neck, and it's going to really hurt, man. It would leave a bruise for sure. You could probably do permanent eye damage, if you hit them in the right way. But of course, we're not promoting or condoning any type of violence. This is just, worst case scenario. But just something like this, you can make them a lot shorter so they can go on a key ring, a keychain system. This is just something I'm just using as a training tool. And if you wanted to make something this long, you could basically just use it as something you can put in your pocket, for example. So let me just switch hands here, and maybe I can get a little bit of this action. So you can take, well, this is how I have it set up. My middle finger goes in this little hole here, and my index and thumb go on this little knot. And what you can do is basically, in a very fast, quick manner, pull it out of your pocket, or grab your key ring, whatever it is, and you can start to, I guess you can call it twirling or whatever you want to call this, and into the assailant. And it's no joke. You don't even have to even get some momentum going if you got a lot more weight than this, because once again, this is pretty lightweight. This is just simply a rubber ball inside. If you had a few more ounces, like a steel ball bearing, and maybe even a little larger, because this is a pretty small ball, man, can you imagine getting hit in the face with this? You wouldn't even have to build up a momentum. You could just take it right out of your pocket and just whap, you know? So, so anyways, I just wanted to tell you guys what I've been doing because, you know, sometimes I get in my own little world and I start making stuff, and I've just made all kinds of paracord creations, not just monkey fist stuff, but all kind of other lanyards and pouches, and just, man, I've been learning new knots. You can never learn enough, you know, when it comes to knots, at least in my opinion. But yeah, I just didn't know if there's anyone else out there in the the viewing audience. I'm sure there probably are a few that mess around with paracord a lot. You know, like I take a break from it. Don't get me wrong. Like about every few months, I take a few months off, and then I find myself, you know, finding a post somewhere or on a blog or another YouTube channel that just posted something that they just made. And I'm like, wow, I want to make that too. So, you know, over the years, I've made, man, I want to say hundreds, but maybe more than that, maybe over 1,000, seriously, like over 1,000. And I even at one point sold things that I've made. In fact, I've sold hundreds of what they call survival bracelets, which I like to personally call them more like wristbands. But I literally have sold hundreds of those. I don't do that anymore. I don't do any of this for money anymore. But I just do it for fun because it is kind of like a hobby for me that just never dies, because you can take a break from it, but you'll want to come back to it. Just like, you know, whatever your favorite thing that you're passionate about, you always find your way back because it's a part of you. And so, man, I tell you what, I have all kinds of colors and sizes of paracord, like dozens of colors. And what I personally do just to cut costs, because I mess with it so much, I buy the 1,000-foot spools. And I may have talked about that way in the past, but that's what I do. And it's way cheaper than buying the 100-foot or even the 50-foot hanks. Those hanks are just too expensive. You're paying premium. And in my opinion, you know, paracord is something you don't buy on, you know, pretty much Amazon, or even to a large degree, even eBay. eBay and Amazon are kind of things that I would not, well, places I would not go to buy paracord. But campingsurvival.com, once again, campingsurvival.com, it's a little family-owned business, pretty much has some of the best prices on paracord, hands down. And I've gotten the majority of mine from them. Unfortunately, over time and over the years, they've reduced their color options. They used to have a lot more to pick from, but I'm not really sure what happened there. But anyways, just kind of a check-in. Everything's going good. The channel is growing like crazy. We've had some new records this month in terms of people subscribing and just views, just off the chart. And I'm still having a lot of problems with YouTube and Google AdSense. They've been constantly demonetizing videos. But at this point, I don't care anymore. If I don't get paid for, you know, views and clicks on some of the videos, I just can't, you know, lose sleep over it. So I'm just going to just make more videos, you know, and go with that. So, hey, stay tuned, though. This week, I have a lot coming down the pipe. I've got some new stuff that I'm reviewing and going to do some overviews of with. And just a lot of stuff. So we're looking at possibly multiple videos a day this week. And man, I'll give you just a little bit of a heads up or a sneak peek, not so much visually, but just to me tell you about it real quick. I got me a new backpack, and it's a surprise to me how nice it is. Like, it's mind-blowing, actually. And I really need to show it to you really soon, and I will, maybe in the next day or so. But this backpack is just awesome. For if you're looking for a gray man or maybe a day pack or just an everyday carry bag or even like a get home bag, just something really simple, and you're looking for maybe a smaller size, like under 30 liters, but maybe over 18, this thing is amazing. It's just shocking. It's for the price, and I'm going to put a link when I make that video so you can check this thing out yourself. It's almost like incomprehensible. Like, I don't know how they can even do this. So I wanted to share that with you, and I also want to share that backpack video, another part, like maybe like a part 2 with it loaded down with some of the things that I carry, you know, on an everyday carry, because this is going to be more like my new everyday carry. And then I'll contrast it with my old system. At least I'll show the bag that I used to carry. And I'm going more non-tactical. I'm trying to go a lot more gray man. And we'll talk a lot more about that too, you know, why it's so important. What are the benefits really, especially when it comes to gear that the public can see when you're using it, like backpacks and clothing. So stay tuned. We got a lot of stuff. And I even got me, well, this is another sneak preview, I guess. I got me a new multi-tool. It is super awesome. And you may say, why are you so excited? Because this is stuff that I've been wanting to do for a long time. I don't typically buy myself that much at all. I just don't buy stuff for myself, period. And I know a lot of you guys are kind of the same way. Sometimes you're willing to just do things for others. And I'm not saying this is what I'm doing. I'm just saying I know you guys, there's a lot of people out there that are very selfless and very good people that put everybody ahead of yourself. And sometimes you just need to go out and buy new clothes. Sometimes you just need a new backpack. And sometimes you need a new multi-tool. And that's what I got. It's a very simple multi-tool, but when you see it, and I'm going to talk about it because you don't hear a lot about this one, at least this format of this one. So stay tuned for that. And wow, I've been introducing some music on the channel. If you've noticed that, that's something that I'm kind of, you know, wanting to do. Now, I do not get any kind of ad revenue on those. So I don't get, you know, any type of, you know, kickback or ad revenue, nothing. That all goes to the artist. But I may in the future put links in the description box to an Amazon, an item on Amazon or something that if you want to help support the channel, you can do so by maybe just getting something that's low cost. And that's something I may want to try to do on a more regular basis. I keep forgetting to do that, is to put some things in the description box, because there's a lot of people who ask, hey, you know, you don't have a Patreon account, you don't have a, you know, a PayPal donation link. How can we support the channel? And hey, I want to really appreciate, I really appreciate everyone's, you know, help on this. And even, you know, people asking about it. I really do. I'm just like, I don't know, I'm kind of like speechless, as you can tell, because there's a lot of people that go out of their way to communicate with me about a lot of stuff. And even including, hey, you know, how can we throw you a couple dollars your way? So in previous videos in the description box, I do provide some links to products that I do get a kickback. It's just a few % commission by being an Amazon affiliate. So you can do that. Some of my videos do get ad revenue, but besides that, that's the only ways I make money right now online in terms of this YouTube thing. So so just use the links. If there's nothing in the links that you want to buy, then contact me and just say, hey, I want to buy this on Amazon. Provide me a link right now, and I'll use the link so you can make a commission, and I'll buy my product, and we'll all win, because the cost of the product doesn't go up just because I provide you a link. So that's the thing, just a heads up, if anyone out there wants to buy something on Amazon, don't be afraid any time of day or night to message me. And I can't guarantee that I'll respond in the middle of the night, but sometimes I stay up kind of late. I'm a night bird. And if you just happen to say, hey, I'm just going to buy this regardless, message me. I'll provide a link to it. It'll be the same cost to you, and I'll get a couple, % commission that I can buy more gear for the channel to do reviews on the things that you guys have been requesting me to do. But because of very tight funds right now, I can't buy everything people are requesting. I have bought a few things. Now the backpack was kind of a hybrid request. Some people have asked for a day pack or an EDC bag, and I actually just wanted to go ahead and get one as well. So it was kind of like a double hitter there. Anyways, I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everybody enjoyed the solar eclipse for 2017. And that'll wrap up this video. You guys take care.